I just put this lawn in late last summer, early fall. It was nice green grass, and when the snow melted, this is what I ended up getting. This was all green grass right here, and I don't have a clue what this is, except for the fact that it's not green and it doesn't look like grass, so I don't really know what to do about this lawn, so I'm hoping Roger can help me out.
Well, what you have is snow mold. It's a fungus disease, and it was a combination of a number of things. We had snow early in December, and the ground wasn't frozen before the snow came. So the snow ended up sitting on the ground, and in between the two, there was a little layer of moisture. That, in combination with a newly seeded lawn that was really rich in nutrients, caused an outbreak of snow mold.
Can we fix this lawn, Roger? Get it back?
We can. We're going to do a little soil prep, and then we're going to seed it.
Excellent.
Drew, normally when I redo a lawn, I would rototill to loosen it all up. But because you did all that great work with the aeration and new loam last year, we just want to take and come in with our iron rakes and loosen up the top so that those little roots can grab in there. So just start raking the whole thing out. See how that's loosening it up?
Yep.
And taking out some of the dead grass.
Well, this saves a lot of work.
Sure does. A lot better than rototilling.
Absolutely. Roger, is this a good time of the year to seed the lawn?
It is. Early spring is a great time to seed a lawn.
How long will it be before I see the seeds start to pop up?
Well, if you water it properly, a week or 10 days.
Excellent.
Drew, the next step is to put down a starter fertilizer. Now, the starter fertilizer also has crabgrass inhibitor in it. Our starter fertilizer here has a formula of 12, 24, 11. The 12 represents nitrogen, the 24 is phosphorus, and the 11 is potash. The important one to us is the 24, that large amount of phosphorus. That promotes root growth, and that's what we really want to get going in our new lawn seed.
So we want that number to be the highest?
Right.
Excellent.
So I'm just going to pour some into the spreader and then have you put it out. All right, that should be enough to do this small area. Now with this spreader, it'll just take one pass and we'll have just the right amount of fertilizer on the lawn. Now we're ready to seed, and we're using a seed that's blended for a sun-shade area, and that's what we have, shade. So I'm just going to take and broadcast it out by hand until I get really good coverage. Now you can help me. All right, Drew, grab a handful and spread it out. I like to be real generous with the seed to ensure we're going to get good germination, good coverage. Now the next step is to get this seed in contact with that soil that we loosened up.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is just take the back of the rake and go back and forth across. You can see how some of that seed's disappearing. That's what we need, good contact with the soil. What we have here, Drew, is compost, and we're just going to take it on our shovel and flick it onto the top of the seed and get about 1/4 of an inch coverage.
Okay.
That's going to do two things. It's going to keep the seed moist, and it's also going to protect it from washing away in a heavy rain. Now, Drew, it's important to cover this seed because any seed that's not covered, the stuff that we can see, will dry out and it won't germinate.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to add too much water. You just want to keep the top 1/2 inch moist. If you put too much water on there, you can cause runoff and the seed will go with it.
Okay.
If you keep this watered, in just a few weeks, you'll have a new stand of grass and a healthy lawn.
Sounds great, Roger. Looking forward to it.
Well, Drew, it's been 6 months since we were here in April and we worked on your lawn. And I love the fact that I can get back and take a look at the results and look at this. It looks great.
I'll tell you, Roger, I can't be happier. 2 weeks after we put the seed down, I was mowing this thing. 6 months later, look how strong this thing is. I followed the steps that you told me to do. I aerated, I seeded, I fertilized, and I composted the whole entire lawn, and look how it came out, Roger.
It looks great. But we got to think about our problem area. Remember, on this side of the house, the lawn was killed by the snow mold, that fungus disease.
Yep.
Well, right now it's late October, fall going into winter. You're going to cut the lawn a few more times. Well, there's a couple of tips I want to do out here. The first is, when you cut that lawn the last time, cut it as short as possible.
Well, won't that kill the lawn?
Lawn's going to be dormant. What it does, it removes a blade, so there'll be nothing there for that fungus disease to feed on.
Okay.
The second thing is, no more fertilizer this season.
No more this year?
No, because that'd promote growth, and that would be a lush environment for that fungus to grow in.
Okay.
taking fertilizer again next spring.
Awesome, Raj. I'll tell you, I'll listen to your tips because my family and I really enjoy this beautiful lawn now. Thanks, Raj.